mummies. I'm so sorry I haven't done a vlog on this channel in weeks. Would you forgive me if I told you I've been really busy and stressed? My life for the last 2 weeks has been filled with a lot of drama, to say the least. I hate drama more than anything in the world at the moment. So I am going to talk very briefly. Well, I'll try and fit it all into 10 minutes. I'm going to attempt to cover the last 3 topics. Okay, so starting with the what's in a name. My son's first name and 2 middle names are Cade Duncan George. Cade is spelled C-A-E-D and it's short for Caedmon, which is spelled C-A-E-D-M-O-N, which is Gaelic. But it's just Cade on his birth certificate. And the reason we chose Cade is both my husband and I have Scottish backgrounds, and we couldn't really agree on names. Well, I would suggest names and he would say no. But so we decided to look for sort of Scottish or Irish names that were a little bit unique but not completely wacky and out there, and we really liked Cade. And I've always liked the name. I've only ever really seen it spelled K-A-D-E, but I like the fact that it does kind of represent a little bit of his heritage. Now the Duncan part for his first middle name, Cade is the first great-grandchild on both sides of the family. He's only got one great-grandparent living, and that is my grandmother, my mum's mum, and her surname is Duncan. And I know how much it means to her to have a great-grandchild, and I really wanted her to somehow have a part in his name, so that's where the Duncan part comes from. And George, which is his second middle name, has been in Paul's family for a long time. It's Paul's middle name and it's his father's middle name, and we like the name anyway, so Cade Duncan George, it's a very Scottish sounding name. We were really tempted to call him Ringo because his father's name is Paul, his grandfather's name is John, and his great-grandfather's name is George, so but we kind of joked about it, but we didn't actually have the balls to call him Ringo. And in terms of nicknames, we just call him Caedman, Jackie Chan, Peter Pan, or Cave Monster, or the boy. My husband and I, we never say where's Cade, we'll be like, have you got the boy? Where's the boy? We just call him the boy. I mean, we know who we're talking about. Okay, so the second issue is post-pregnancy body woes. I have a few body woes. I mean, I've always had a few little hang-ups. Like, I'm short. I'm only like 5'2" and scrawny. And so I've got picked off being little, and some of my male friends tell me I have angry short woman syndrome. But I just say, no, I'm not short, I'm petite. Sorry, there's a helicopter. I'll show you. So I don't know if you can see it. I'm filming on my iPod because I couldn't be bothered editing or anything. Sorry, my iPhone, not my iPod. I'm, as I said, a little bit stressed, so excuse me if oh, randomly, last week I got a bee sting on my lip. Right there. It's gone now. It's such a nice day. I just want to show you guys again. Okay. Pregnancy, body woes. I was really happy with the weight that I put on during my pregnancy. Like, I enjoyed sort of feeling like I was, it's nice having to sort of squeeze into jeans. Like, the first 12 weeks I loved it because I've always had a little bit of a booty, but I had bigger boobs, bigger butt, and I kind of liked it until I couldn't do my jeans up anymore. And my weight gain was fine. Like, towards the end I got a little bit puffy around the face, but nothing I wasn't happy with. I loved my belly. I feel like I had the perfect pregnancy belly. I really liked it. Loved being pregnant. Didn't have any negative associations with being pregnant, anything like that. And yeah, but after I had, sorry, my cat looks like he's about to pounce on me. I had no stretch marks at all. The last week of my pregnancy, literally I think 3 days before I was supposed to be, 3 days before I went into labour, I found, they weren't like individual lines, but on my tummy it felt, it was kind of like, it was not wrinkled, but I could see, you know, little sort of lines, I guess. Very, very hard to see, but I knew that once I'd had the baby and my stomach had gone flat again, you'd be able to see. And they're still there a little bit. I mean, it's not, you can't really see them unless you're looking for them, but it's just like the texture's not quite as smooth as I would want it to be. And in the end I got a few stretch marks on my butt and on my thighs, but they're completely faded now. And I'm currently trying to put on some weight, just a couple of kilos. I'm already at one kilo up since I did my weight gain video on my usual channel, which is BabyMax004. I'll put a link in the bottom bar. Yeah, so I mean, when I put on a little bit more weight, hopefully it'll kind of plumpen out all of those stretch marks. But yeah, I guess my stomach would be the only thing that I had any really negative feelings about, and I tried to really stay positive because I can't help them. I had a big baby. At the beginning of my pregnancy, I was about just under 100 pounds. Sorry, I go by the metric system. So I was 45 or 46 kilos at the beginning of my pregnancy, and I gained, I think at my heaviest, so I got up to about 60 or 62. And I had a relatively large baby. He was 8 pounds 3 ounces, and I'm not big at all. So, I mean, I couldn't help it, and I wouldn't change my baby for the world. So if I have to have a few little marks, then what the hell. The other thing which I loved at first was my boobs. I mean, I've always been between petite, but I've always still had a bit of a bust, sort of like a big B or a small C. So, like, I haven't been completely boyish. And then with breastfeeding, it was like, whoa, oh mama, like, you should have seen me. I loved it. I mean, it was annoying and everything, but, you know, it was definitely a novelty. But now that I've stopped breastfeeding, I know that, sorry, it's getting windy, I know that that's probably not true, but I feel like my boobs have shrunk and I miss the girls so much. So, hopefully when I put on a little bit more weight, the girls will perk up a little bit too. Maybe I'll just have another baby. Which brings me to the third topic, and I'm running out of time, so I better make this really quick. I think it's about, you know, family planning. We want another child quite soon. I want 3 children, that's my goal, but we're not completely decided. We may have 2, may have 4, who knows. But hopefully over the next couple of months we might start trying to conceive again. I'd love a girl, but then again I'd love a boy because I love my boy. Yeah, so that is 3 weeks crammed into one. I'm so sorry guys, but you know, for being so late, but if you knew the week that I've had, then I think you would forgive me. Oh, and I got a haircut, completely random. I was feeling stressed and I wanted to change, so I went and got fringified. Oh, it's getting windy. Okay, I'm going to stop boring you guys all now and go and fold some laundry, I think. Okay, I'll see you next week. Bye!